I'm doing predictions early this week. Normally, I wait until Wednesday night or even Thursday morning to do it. Earlier in the season, I just skipped Thursday night football um altogether because the early matchups suck, and this is gonna be another one of them. Of course, week 9 was one of my longest recaps, clocking in over 35 minutes, mostly because of my rant. Because that game, as you can see, Bears are still 4-5. I refuse to change that. I'm very stubborn. We won that game. That's just a fact. Fuck those guys. But as I've said before, every that ref probably had money on the Steelers and had maybe a favor or two to owe to Mike or the owners. Every team has bullshit refs. Even the Packers have little ref ball that go against them sometimes. And the Saints got denied the Super Bowl because of it. We just lost the regular season game that we pretty much won. We played well. We played better. Fields balled out. That's a win on its own. Bear down. But we will not lose this week. We won't. And that is another win. Bears are 5-5 now. Let's go. And all kidding aside, it's week 10. It's officially past midseason. Bears are 3-6. Could be better. Um, could be worse. Some people predicting us to go 1-7. So, yeah, fuck those people. All that matters is Fields' development, and that's on the right track. So, yeah. Um. So yeah, Bengals are on a bye. They're desperately needed. They gotta get shit back together. Texans are on a bye. They also need a bye. They gotta get shit right on track. You have to decide now. Are we gonna have to try to make this an entertaining season, or are we just gonna fucking tank? Because right now, you're directly competing with the Lions. If the Texans and the Lions played each other that would have been like the greatest tank pool ever. Um, but I still see the Lions winning this tank pool. Um, the Texans, I think, are gonna be this year's Jags. You won one game. It was nice, yeah. It's a fluke. Good win. Congrats, but since then you've been exposed, and this team is just as bad as I predicted them to be. I predicted them in the early of the season. I predicted them back in week 1, week 2. Yeah, they might get a win or two, but I don't see this Texans team getting anything. Who else is on? And the Giants are on bye. Giants fans are probably really happy, but even the Giants fans I'm seeing are like, no, um, we got robbed. We're 4-5. Let's go Bears. Giants are 3-6 right now after a good win. They've been playing pretty good against. They've been playing up to their competition. But we're not here to talk about the teams on the bye. We're here to talk about the teams that are not on the bye. And we're going to be, since there's no Bears, I don't have to. We're not going to do that last. We're just going to go in order. We'll do the Packers last. Okay, first up is the Ravens at the Dolphins. Now, the Dolphins barely squeezed by the Houston Texans. A dog shit garbage team. Debatably the worst team in the league. How you let that happen? Um, Only putting up 17 points against them and letting them score 10. Was it 10? It was 10 or 9. I forgot. Let's just say 10. So 10-17. You won, yeah, but it was a sloppy game. And now you're going up against the 6-2 Ravens team that came back against a decent Vikings team, I'm not even gonna bother. The Ravens are gonna. I mean, I know what happened last week with the Jags, but that's like a once. There's like usually an upset or two like that every season. This is not gonna be that game. The Ravens are gonna fuck you up. I'm sorry, and I think it's gonna be like last season. 52 to 17. 52 to 17. Ravens win. It's like last time they played, the Ravens won what? 59 to 10. And this Dolphins team is debatably way worse. And for that reason, I'm going to go 56. 56-17. Pretty much a 40-point win. Next up, Browns at the Patriots. These are two good teams of equal record. Both are coming off statement wins. The Browns got rid of Odell, which is helping them out. He's team cancer. I don't know where he's gonna sign, Green Bay or something. All I know is if Green Bay does sign him, it's probably gonna end up hurting them in the long term, maybe in the short term. But yeah, Patriots of course have Mac Jones, pretty good O line, coming off a smacking of the Carolina Panthers. Both these teams are coming off great wins, but since it's so close, I'm going off who opponents. They smacked the Bengals, a good Bengals team. They smacked the Panthers, a fraudulent, pretty much team that's been 1-5 since starting off 3-0. And for that reason, I can see this game going both ways. I can see the Patriots winning this game. Patriots are good this year, but I'm gonna go with the Browns. I could be wrong. I could be right. Who knows? But I'm just going to go with the Browns by one touchdown, 27-21, in a good game. Okay, now the Bills are coming off a rough loss. They're very pissed off. Who's going to be the victim? The New York Jets. I think the Bills are going to take out a lot of anger on the Jets. A lot. I just have a feeling that they are going to torch the Bills. Um, so I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bill, not the Bills. I'm tired. I know it's only 8:30, but I'm not feeling that good. But I don't think the Bills are gonna lose two in a row against the worst teams in the league. I think that loss was a fluke. It happens to the best teams. How the 14-1, Chiefs last year lost to the Chargers. It happens. How the fuck am I getting that at? So I'm gonna have Bills 35, Jets 17. Okay, next up, the Jags, the Colts. Now, Jags are coming off a good win against the Bills, which is impressive. Colts coming off a big win against the Jets. Yes, it is a divisional game, but Jags are away. Let's see, let me finish eat this donut. Mm. Jags are away. and Lucas Oil in Indy. I just don't see the Jags winning this. But I do think the Jags are going to start playing a bit better. They're going to make this game 31-23. Oh. Oh. That's a close goal. New Jersey's up 7-3. Nice. Okay, another divisional matchup. The Chiefs and the Raiders. Raiders have been pretty good against the Chiefs. They played good. They were the only real team to beat the Super Bowl Chiefs last year. Cause I'm not gonna count the Chargers. They beat their backups in a game that was meaningless. I'm sure they would have wanted that win that game over not losing it. Because no one wants to lose a game unless they're tanking. They would have preferred to go on 15-1. But they were the only team to beat them. It's a divisional game, and we're going off the record. It could go either way. Chiefs are coming off momentum, beating one of the best teams in the league, the Green Bay Packers. So for that reason, I'm actually gonna go with the Raiders on this one. Especially while actually, yeah, they lost. After losing to the Giants, they needed the momentum. They really need the momentum, and I think they're gonna bounce back and win this 25-21. Got the Saints at the Titans. Two good teams. Saints have been playing down the competition. They lost a few upsets. Titans are just straight up dominant right now. Two great offenses. Saints are coming off, of course, a loss versus the Falcons. Nearly came back, so that is something the Titans got to work on. Don't let them come back in the game. Titans are coming off a dominant win versus one of the best teams, possibly debatably the best team in the NFC, the Los Angeles Rams. This is going to be a good game, but I got the edge for the Titans by 10 points. 32-23. Sunday football. Titans win. Next up, the Lions at the Steelers. The Steelers coming off against what should have been a loss last week versus the Bears. The Bears should have won that game. The refs had an egregious, awful day that even Pittsburgh Steelers fans acknowledged was awful. And they were up 6-20. That concerns me. I'm not stupid. I can admit the Bears are not really a good team. All we really got is Fields and a few good receivers and Santos. That's about it. And to let them come back in the game with 10-some minutes left and get the lead, actually, even if it was just for a bit, it's a moral victory for Chicago. A victory that I'm going to celebrate. And the entire city should celebrate. You gave them that victory. Although you won the game. That's just something you can't give. Luckily, though, you're playing the Detroit Lions. You're not going to lose to them. But I can see the Steelers giving their fans yet another heart attack and blowing like a 10-point lead or something. Still going to win, though. You're not going to lose to the Lions. There are teams that I think the Lions could beat, but the Steelers are good enough to not. Big Ben will get his... He'll finish the Lions off. He'll get the job done. So I got the Steelers by 10, possibly by 17. I'm gonna say probably Steelers are gonna be up 17, but I'm gonna have the Steelers by 7, but 10 points or more are gonna be scored in garbage time by the Lions. So I'm gonna go Steelers 27, Lions 17. Stellar football wins, and the Lions fall to 0-9. Um, which also eliminates the Arizona Cardinals from first round pick contention, and I think also pretty much, yeah. And Lions will clinch a losing season. Their the earliest possible week a team can. Have a losing season. Um, the For the first time since, oh no, not for the first time. This is the earliest they've done it since '09, not '09, '08, when they went 0-16. Go for the perfect season, Lions. But for real, though, I really do hope you win a game or two for your fans. Come on. Just win one, preferably against the Packers. I would love that. Just win something for the fans. Lions fans don't deserve this shit. They're some of the best in the world. Don't worry. You know, everything has its day. Um, yeah. Next up, the Vikes at the Chargers. The Minnesota Chargers. No, we're not the Minnesota. The Minnesota Vikings are coming off a choke versus the Ravens on Sunday Football. Um, they blew a 14-point lead, like the Steelers did. A lot of blown 14-point leads um, this week. They just couldn't handle, and of course, went into overtime. They did score the game-tying touchdown to get in overtime. I will give them that. Vikings have been playing good football, but they just can't finish. They shoot themselves in the foot too often. A lot of similar problems with the Bears too. Fire Mike Zimmer, by the way. It's just, I don't think they got what it takes. So I'm actually gonna go for Chargers to win this one. Actually, I'm gonna go with the upset. I think the Vikings got it. Hmm. This is actually a hard one. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Chargers. Oh, the Black House game's on. Yeah, they scored. Let's fucking go. Yeah. Hawks score. Let's fucking go. Oh, yeah. Anyway, Hawks just scored. I love to see it. Hawks goal. Anyway, I got the Chargers, but I do think the Vikings are gonna make it a game. Vikings are, despite being 3-6, um, at the end, assuming they lose this game, I think they're gonna make it a game. Don't sleep on the Lions. Don't sleep on them. Next up, the Eagles at the Broncos they got their first, in my opinion, not only a legit win, but a statement win. A win that good teams have. That was a good win by the Broncos. and the Eagles are coming off a loss. They're gonna fight hard, but I think I'm gonna go with the Broncos on this one. Broncos, I think, are people brushed them off after that four-game losing streak, but they can beat the Cowboys. They can beat the Eagles. I'm gonna go with them by a touchdown, and I think this is gonna be a low-scoring game. 2013. Next up, Falcons, Cowboys. Falcons had a magical win versus their pretty much biggest rival in the Saints. But Cowboys are thirsty for blood. Um, they pretty much all but locked up the NFC East. But I think they're gonna try to get for another statement win. They're gonna try to win as hard as possible, and they're gonna make an example of the Falcons. And they're gonna get it done. I'm gonna predict by 14 points. Cowboys win 28-14. Actually, no. 13. Okay, Bucks. Oh, two teams coming off a bye. I don't know. That's pretty rare. Haven't seen that before. So two teams coming off rest, but the Bucks. It's the Bucks. The Washington football team's not going to win that. Brady's the greatest of all time, and he's going to torch Washington. And that's just a fact. Especially coming off their bye, they got to get that win. And show them, hey, we're not slowing down. We're going all the way. We are all in for getting Brady one more ring. Maybe he might come to Chicago, help out Fields for a season, get us a ring and dip, and then go win the Lions a ring too. They earned it. But I have the Bucks 33, 21. Panthers, Cardinals. As I've said before, the Cardinals are legit. I said this a very long time ago. They are legit. Panthers started off strong. Possibly could be a 7th seed, but I much rather prefer if I don't know, with the Falcons or I much rather have the Falcons, or Seahawks, or maybe even the Bears somehow be a 7th seed because the Panthers have choked it away. Started off 3-0, now are 1-5, and I think now they're gonna fall to 1-6. With the Cardinals beating them by 17 points in a 38, a little bit more than that, by 21 points. 38-17 blowout win. And the Cardinals are going to clinch their first winning season in, I don't know, a long time. I think 2016 or something. I know they were good in 2016 or 2015. I know that's when they beat Green Bay. I assume they had a winning record. At least they were 9-7 then. At this point, even if the fucking Cardinals collapse and lose out, I think they'd still squeeze in a 7th seed because of all the tiebreakers they've had. Ow. But yeah, I think that's gonna be. But I won't be surprised if the Panthers make it a game. Maybe score an extra touchdown in garbage time. Ow. Shit. And next up for Monday Night Football, with the 49ers at the Rams. NFC West team. Another primetime game. 2 days in a row for NFC West. Well, not 2 nights in a row, because that was last night. No, that was. I'm sleepy as fuck. I'm sorry. But 2 weeks in a row, we got prime time. NFC West. Good matchup, but look at the records. Rams are gonna win this one. Rams are gonna advance 8-2. I thought this would be a little bit more competitive division, but it's literally just a race between these two and these two in the bottom, and then it's just gonna be one team. It's gonna be between the NFC North, and we're gonna be fighting for the last wild card spot between these two divisions. So yeah, I'm gonna go Rams. I don't think they're not gonna blow out the 49ers, but I'm gonna go 28, 28-17. Vanilla basic score. And finally, we got the Seattle Seahawks at the Packers. Now, there's a very low chance Rodgers returns for the game, from what I've heard, and I am making this pick based solely on that because it's such an important variable. And if any news happens that Rodgers is 100% going to be playing, not suited up on the field, but starting and playing in the game, then my pick will move to Green Bay. Because if Rodgers is playing, Green Bay is going to win this game by 10 points. But because Rodgers likely isn't with Jordan Love and sloppy, Seahawks are a better team in my opinion. Plus, Russell Wilson is back. That is another factor. If it was Geno Smith versus Aaron Rodgers, this thing would have been a 17-point blowout. With Russell Wilson versus Rodgers, there is a small chance, not a non-existent, a very existent chance for the Seahawks to win this game. It was a small chance though. But with the combination of Russell Wilson and Rodgers being gone, I'm going to have the Seattle Seahawks winning 24 to 14 versus the Green Bay Packers. But if Rodgers starts, then I got the Packers winning 21 to 32. But as for now, actually no. I'm going to have the Seahawks winning 17-14 versus the Packers. And this is with Wilson and Love. If Rodgers starts, flip my pick, give 2 touchdowns to Green Bay. 31-21. Packers win. But for now, this is how it is. Wilson, QB, and Love or Blake Bortles or fucking King Kurt, whoever at quarterback. I wish Rodgers a speedy recovery though. Having COVID sucks. Anyway, here's my Week 10 picks. I'm gonna go crash. I'm very tired. I'm very tired. Good night, everybody.